Welcome to my channel, Budget Planning and Things. I have decided to go on a budgeting journey where I want to make a better life for myself and my children. I am a single mother of two, a 2-year-old and an 8-month-old baby. And I'm currently on maternity leave in the UK. I'm not going to get into that. I just wanted you to have a little bit of background about me. I'm on a low income, I think you can call it. I barely have any support from their father. But we are here so that I can be debt free. I can stop living from paycheck to paycheck and stop spending wildly. I would like someday to have some sort of financial freedom. And I have many things in my head, many plans to get there. And I would like us to do this together, make mistakes together, grow together. And I just thought, why not share this? This is my second month doing it. May was the first month. So this video will be me setting up my budget for June. And the next video, I will go through my May budget to see if I have kept to my budget, how much I've gone over, if I have gone over, and things like that. So close that chapter out, and I'll show you how I do that. I haven't been following any one specific way to do this. I've just pull everything together, but I must say that I budget by paycheck, and I do a bit of cash budgeting. So you will see all of these things on my channel. You'll also see some things that are budgeting, non-budgeting related, like planning. I plan. I'm a bullet journal, so I currently budget in my bullet journal. That might change because I have bought a few journals that I want to test out, and I will also take you along for that journey. I also plan to do a giveaway soon of a cash binder and a budget planner that I created myself with some discs and things that I printed out and laminated. So I hope you can join me, and I hope you like the videos and my content. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So this is where I budget in my bullet journal. I have a whole section here for that. I will show this to you in a flip through in another video. I've covered this page because this is May's budget, and I would like to film May's budget and to let you guys know whether I stayed within budget or not. It also has my tracker for my actual and budgeted differences, savings, etc. So I want to talk about this in another video. I'm just going to cover it up in order not to get distracted as well. I'm just going to quickly explain this page. So I have the months of the year in this, we call it a Dutch door thing. Pages, the months are down here, and up here on this side I have fixed expenses. This is part of my savings trackers, which will make sense later on. I have not totaled this. I've not added a total at the bottom because they might have things that I add along the way, and I don't want to total it. So I total it as I go along, if you understand what I'm saying. Down here I have my expenses. I bring down the fixed expenses down here, which you can see here. It says fixed expenses, and my credit accounts, I bring them down here, and then any other things that I have along the way. So my cash envelopes are here. I list the different categories that I have in the binder, which I will also film in another video. And here I have my sinking funds, I have my savings, and I've got some upcoming big expenses that I want to track and keep keep saving for it separately, but you know what I'm saying. Here, after I calculate how much my fixed expenses are, which is these here, and my credit accounts, and the other things along the way, what I use this, I minus that total from my income to figure out how much I have left to put into my savings and into my variable expenses, which is my cash envelope system. Now, I pre-fill this in before. Unfortunately, I should not have, because it's different this month than what I'm expecting it to be, or I expected it to be. And my salary, for example, is going to be more. I was recently told that I am getting a bonus this month, which means that my salary is going to be a lot more, which is not good news, and I'll explain that. And I've got some more expenses that I added on in the last month. So I will explain my whole journey and my whole budgeting in another video, my goal in another video. So I don't want to make this about that. I just want to film my June budget with you. So the way I am currently on maternity leave in the UK, I have about 3 months left of it. I'm heartbroken because the next 3 months my salary will significantly drop, and with the cost of living rising, it's going to be hard. Anyway, so at the moment my salary this month, I'm only expecting this. I don't really know what it will be outside of the bonus. This is what I was expecting. This amount is what I get from my children's father. As I explained in my other video, I'm a single mother. He only gives me about this amount for the month for the two of them. And this amount is benefits, really. So benefits cover what my salary won't cover. Now, I'm only on benefits since I've been on maternity leave. If you guys want me to explain the whole benefit thing whilst on maternity leave, I can do that in another video, but you're going to have to tell me if you want me to explain that. So anyway, this month I am expecting to pay more in my phones because I paid for some extra costs. So I'm expecting this to be about £120, and I'll add this below. A help to save scheme where I put in the maximum £50 every month towards savings, and at the end of the 4-year period they give you half of what you have saved, and this is a high cost loan, guarantor loan. See, I'm being very transparent with you guys. Here it was a lot more in before I went on maternity leave, but I had to significantly ask for a reduction in the amount because of my salary changes and things like that, and my increased expenses. That I'm also going to explain in another video. And I've got road tax, I've got storage. I'm paying for some storage place because I moved to my mom's, and I'm going to also explain that in another video. So a lot of my things are in storage at the moment. Netflix, Amazon. So I've got two Amazon accounts, Prime accounts, but I've actually stopped paying for the Prime in the US, so that has changed. My phone insurance is actually gadget insurance that I have with Barclays, is £15. Microsoft Office, I pay for that subscription because I'm a student as well. Forgot to mention I'm doing my masters, and I got a new phone on contract. Don't ask me why. I felt like my phone needed to change. I don't even know why I did that because I can't afford it. That's for another video. So this is what my fixed expense is now. I recognize that this I can significantly, or maybe just I can drop this down a little bit if I do not have all these contracts. And one day they will stop. So the storage space I'm hoping to end soon. Phone insurance, if things get too hard I might drop it. Things like that. Anyway, so I've got credit accounts. I have got Barclays card, credit card. They're all small amounts, and I'm part of my plan is to pay them off by the end of the year. Again, we'll talk about that later. I've got safety nets. I've got a Capital One. I've got an overdraft here. I've got a studio account. My car payment and NatWest. This is bad debt, and again, I paid from my NatWest account. Sorry, guys, but it's not actually to NatWest. So I'm being so transparent here with all of the things that I have. Again, there's small debts, but they add up. I will talk about my debts in another video. Sorry about the gloves, guys. I've got an injury and I'm having to keep it in this. It's a weird thingy. No, that's unimportant. So here we're not going to talk about today my June expenses. So I'm not sure whether I should add my bonus in here. So the problem is the benefit payments that we receive, or that I receive, is based on your income for the previous period. Now for the following month, which is July, when they recognize my bonus, I will not get paid anything. So the bonus money I'm receiving, I'm going to have to budget it for the next period's expenses, which is July to August. So I budget by paycheck, guys. So basically what I'm receiving this month will have to be budgeted for 2 months, but I'm not going to add it in here because I'm not too sure exactly what the amount of the bonus will be after tax reduction and national insurance. So I will just go according to this. I know I'm going to be a lot under budget this month. Let's see how it goes. I'm not feeling it at all this month because I spent too much last month. I traveled and I spent too much. So I'm gonna feel it. I have notes here. I've had to put some notes on the side so that I can make sure I know I've covered everything. So my fixed expenses is $458, but remember that I said my phone bill is going to be a tad bit more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add it down here as phone, or I add it here plus 20 for the other phone. My credit accounts, I'm expecting it to be the same for those credit cards, I hope. I'm owing Thames Water from when I moved from my last place. I have £50 left off, so I'm going to pay that off this month. PayPal. So what I do sometimes is I buy some of the things that I want to use using PayPal Paying 3 or something like ClearPay Paying 4, I think. And you don't get interest added, but you get to spread the cost. So this PayPal amount here is Pampers and formula that I've bought for my daughter for about a 3-month supply. So I pay £66 a month on it, and I minus it from what I budget for them a month. I always budget for my expenses. I round it off, but I also budget £1 or 2 more than I'm expecting, so that I make sure that I have enough money. And for my salary, I always round it off below what I think I'm getting, maybe £50 less or so. So in addition to these, last month I made some purchases. I used ClearPay to pay for some things that I needed, some work shoes. And next I have to pay off £131.25. So I should have rounded it off to 32. My fault, guys. So I have to pay that all in this salary. PayPal, I had one more from last month's payments that I needed to cover. And I'm just going to add each individual one here and then put each individual purchase here and then add it up in the end. That's £16, that's 18, that's 32. I'm wanting to pay 52 towards something, but I'm not sure. I don't have to. We'll see about that later. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that you couldn't see that, so I'm just going to purchase it a bit. And then I have my phone bills covered. I have my subscriptions covered already. I do have another subscription that I haven't added here. So what I'm going to do is add it up here as Adobe. This is for my phone. I pay about £4. So I'll add this here and I'll add £4 over here. There's not enough space, is it? It's okay. And then I'll have all my car related expenses already in there. That's my car insurance. Oh, didn't add my car insurance. Yeah, because yeah, I don't need to pay for that, so that's already paid for. My car payment is there. I have everything. So let me add up those payments and see what we have. So we have 458 plus 20 plus 4. It's actually 482. That plus credit accounts, which are all the balances that I brought up here down below. Plus 380 over here. Plus 66 for PayPal. Plus Thames Water 50. Now I need to add these because these should be up here. Plus 131.25 plus 16 plus 18 plus 32. I'll think about this. So it's 1,175. Okay, let's add this up here. I'm just going to use a different pen. Let's see this. 1,175 pounds and 25p. Now, the problem I'm having now is that so many things have raised. Last month, I budgeted £200 towards groceries, and that's only because I knew that I wouldn't spend so much because I traveled. However, I came back about a week and a half before my next paycheck, my next income, and in that week and a half I spent so much money, so much more money than I anticipated. But I also moved around the money, so what I would have used for my shopping, I used it in groceries, for example, and I'll talk about that in another video. But it's just been a messy month or two, so I just started budgeting last month properly. And it's been a rocky start. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think the traveling made it worse. So the fixed expenses, all the things that I have to pay, is £1,175 and 25p. Now, what I have calculated as my income is 1,500 plus 300 plus 500. That is 2,000. Okay, so 2,000 minus £1,175 and 25p. That is, you won't see the calculator very well. There's a light and it's a bit terrible. I focused it over here, but trust me on this one, guys. So it's 824.75, which is less than what I had last month. last year, or less than what I thought I would have as well. So I've got 824.75 to put into my variable expenses, my cash envelopes, and into my sinking funds and savings. It's not going to work. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do, how I'm going to separate out this 824. So I'm just going to write it here. This pen, I can erase it, so I can erase the amount here. I'm just going to write it here so I can remember or can see it better than up here. But this is what I have to put into here and all the other places. I'm just going to put a little thing around this. I'm just going to put an average so that it belongs up here. This is why I like to do my own pages for budgeting, because I can do all of this. I don't like it so as fixed as all the other planners come. So the problem I'm having is there are some things, monies that I have to replace, and I'm thinking that I'm not going to be able to do it. So this is kind of a mess and it's stressing me out. So I don't know what to do about it. Okay, let's talk about this. So I've got £824. So what I did last month, like 200 towards groceries, 200 for my children. So for my children, I put 200, but that does not include groceries for them because my son eats properly. My daughter is also starting to eat solids. It only includes Pampers, wipes, and formula for my daughter. Things like clothes and things like that. A few months ago, I bulk bought things for them before my salary decreased, so that I would not be in this situation today. So I don't have to buy things like clothes or shoes or anything like that for them. Just formula and just basic things, and maybe the one-off toy or whatever. My daughter gets to use my son's toys, and my son has to make choice to buy any more things. So this is my children. This RNSA, I have 2 puppies. And last month I budgeted only £50 for them. It was not enough. This here is, I'm just going to rename this. So this is for refurbishment. That needs to be done to my mom's place that I'm covering because I'm now living there rent free. Shopping, another one of my cash envelopes. Categories: entertainment, miscellaneous, gas. So in my cash envelopes, I have broken down. I have a car, and I've broken down car into gas and car. Basically, anything that I need to do with the car. For example, any oils I need to buy or any small items. But I do have a category over here for emergency car payments and things like that. So let's see what we're going to do this month. I think I'm going to keep my kids at £200 a month this month. The puppies need to raise to £100. They're big puppies. I have 2 rotten Doberman mixes. They eat a lot. They eat so much. I also need to get them some new collars and some new leashes and things. So this month is going to be just a little bit more expensive. And my puppy got injured, so I might have to take her to the vet. Right, so groceries. I'm not even sure what to put into groceries. So refurbishment. I'm going to put. So I'm not paying any rent, but I'm paying the refurbishment costs because me and my kids now live with my mom. So we pay towards that instead of paying rent. I also forgot this month I'm starting to pay towards water bill, electricity, the internet. Great, how could I have forgotten? So I've got extra expenses. So since this is part of that, what I'm going to do is add those costs here. So this month I'm going to put 150 towards it, 10 towards the water, 30 electricity, and 30 to it for the internet. I'm just going to add that up. Although I can manually do it, I like the sound of the calculator. Plus 30, that is £220. Holy moly, I wasn't expecting that this month. So for shopping, I don't budget a lot. So I don't shop a lot. I don't need anything. And I've gained so much weight with having my 2 kids back to back that I refuse to shop anything for myself. I don't. So I'm just going to put £30. So shopping, £30 for entertainment, miscellaneous £30. Gas is another thing. My God. Or should I say car? I'm going to put this category as cars. You see, I'm crossing out. You would think that I don't have whiteout, and I really do. I'm not using it. I can't, just because I can't be bothered right now. I'm just gonna cross this out. So for my car, gas has raised. So before this whole pandemic and the cost of rising fuel, the petrol, I used to pay £50, £52 to fill up my tank. Now it's £75. That is extortion. That is absurd. Okay. Anyway, I don't go places too often. I shop online. I do things like that. So I just fill up my tank one time for the month to make sure I've got gas, petrol to go wherever I need to go. If I have an emergency or somewhere to see my sister or something. So I'm only budgeting a full tank for gas, which is £70, and £30 towards any oil or anything. So that is £100. In my next video, I'm going to put all the, well, I say my next videos, the future videos, I will try to put the US equivalent for these prices. So groceries, let's see what this is so far, because groceries, like I said, £200 is not enough. The rising cost of groceries is ridiculous. 200 plus 100 for the puppies, the house 220, shopping 30, entertainment 30, miscellaneous. Oh, I'm just going to pause here for a sec, guys. My light just went off. Great stuff. So it's a lot darker than it was before, and I do apologize, but my light went off. Can't get it back on, and I hope that you can see this clearly. So I think I was on, I can't remember, I thought I would have remembered, so I'm gonna have to start over. I was adding these categories here. See how much I have left for groceries. So 200 plus 100 plus the 220 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 100, 710. Oh my goodness, so I'm not going to be able to save anything this month. That is £710. So groceries is only 80, so 710, 824 minus 710, that's £114 left for groceries, and that is not going to work. 114 is what it's saying, is the budget. That is not going to work. So we have to think about a way to fix this, to reduce on some of the other expenses here in order to bring this up, because this 100% is not going to work. Something just fell, so this is not the night. So I don't know what I'm going to do. This video is going to turn into what to do when you don't have enough income to cover the cost of things. And this is all my fault, because I have extra expenses, and I bought things in Clearpay, but I needed it, and some extra expenses for PayPal, and with my reduced salary, it's not helping at all, and I'm feeling a bit flustered and annoyed and agitated right now. I don't know what to do. So I used to be able to save. My goal, although I have all of these sinking funds, I have some of them are priorities. So my insurance I usually prioritize. So I'm just good. This is because this is budgeting what I would have liked to budget. 50 for insurance. It's not my sinking funds. This is one category. I really can't remember. So this is education that I would like to budget for. This is Christmas and birthdays. This comes down here. My daughter's birthday. I usually budget for here as well. Savings, I wanted to put 50 towards that, 50 towards car, and this, I think it's this part, 50. That's what I did last month. This month is not quite working out for me. There's always on this. I'm just going to write this out neatly. 50 and 50. So, yeah, it's not going to work. My children, they have a separate savings account. So in the UK, you get what's called child benefits for your child. I believe it to be. You would think I would know this. £20 for the first child, and then £15 or thereabout for the second one, and however many after that. I only have 2, so I can't remember for the others. I don't count it towards my income because it goes straight into an account for the children. So this category here is separately what I want to save for them out of my money. And it looks like it's not going to be anything. So I'll budget 50. So for the help to save up here is also something that I want to save for my children. I have put it as a fixed expense because I want to put it in. The interest on that is amazing. Half of what you've saved is amazing. Even though it's only a 4 years savings account, that's good enough for me. So I budget to 0, by the way. So every pound need to be accounted for, and so I'm feeling a bit flustered. So this is all my salary that I'm expecting next month. This paycheck, I apologize. At the moment, this is what I'm budgeting for. Whether it's going to work, it's not going to work. We know that because groceries, 100% gonna pay more on groceries. It's not gonna get paid with this salary. Excuse me. And so I think whatever bonus that I do get, I'm going to have to dip into it, and hope that there's actually an extra £200 or something in there. So I'll just let it be known now. The bonus is for £2,900. Tax is 20%. But because this is extra income up and above my income, it's going to be a lot. So it's going to drastically bring it down, and I'm guessing something like, I'm probably not going to get anything more than 2,100, because not only that does that increase income tax, my national insurance increase as well, and my student loan comes straight out of my salary. As soon as there's any more money in there, it goes from only £30 to like £100, and it's ridiculous. So my bonus is not even a bonus, like I said, because July I'm not going to receive any money from my main source of income at the moment, which is benefits. So however, I'm hoping to receive a little bit more, about 100 and to £200 more, and this is where I'm going to add it to groceries, because groceries, 200 wasn't enough last month. It's definitely £114 is definitely not going to be enough. And for savings, if I don't save this month, it's going to have to be okay, because I spent too much here last month. these other categories, I just can't bring it down. Now, this income I receive this week, but my salary I receive next week. I budget for it together because my salary is so low from my job that it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make any difference to separate out the expenses to come out from one or the other. I just budget it together, and yeah, most of my bills, all of my bills come out when my second salary hits. So it's like I put everything to come out at this date. So that's why I budget together. Even when I did pay rent, it was at this date. So let's see what my actual income will be so that I can tell you what this amount is going to change by. And for this, hopefully we can save something because that's important to me. At the moment, guys, this is what I have towards sinking funds and variables. But like I said, hopefully the bonus that I'm expecting changes that. I will talk about last month's budget, which was different to this month's budget. I had about £200 more in my income, so I could have, my groceries could have been at least £100 more and separate the £100 here or just something differently. Also because I'm budgeting more towards the dogs, it's different. And the increase in cost, it's, oh my goodness, it's driving me crazy. Soon I'm not going to be able to feed my children. What am I going to do? Thank God that I was able to move in with my mom, and not everyone has that opportunity. So I'm thankful for that. But the reason why I moved is because I couldn't afford otherwise. So this is the end of the video. You will see an update on this after I get income and know how much it's going to be, or how much extra I will receive. You'll also see the next update about this will be when I stuff my cash envelopes. I will also give you a sneak peek of my online cash envelope. So I've got some categories online because I do a lot of online shopping. So some of the groceries, I have a cash envelope for that. I have a cash envelope for my children online as well. Everything else is in cash because you spend less when you have a certain amount of cash set aside for things. So I don't think I need to do a recap. I spoke about everything here. I don't think I've missed anything. We will come back to update this. My next video, I'll close out my May budget and see how well I did or did not do, and if I kept to my goals. I'll show you a sneak peek of my financial pages here. So let's just push this aside and let's bring this towards the light. So these are my financial goals here, and I'm just going to show you a quick look. We will talk about this when I close out my budget. All of these categories here I use when I close out my budget. I make my savings tracker. So this is just a quick look because I will go through this in another video, and this is where I go through my monthly goals and whether I kept up to the budget here. This is the end of my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope that we can learn together. I guess we should talk about what to do if you don't have enough money to cover your expenses. And one thing that I have learned is you need to reduce you do need to reduce your outgoings if that's the case. But we can talk about that later. Thank you guys for joining me. If you do like my videos, please like, comment and subscribe. It will really help us keep making videos. And even though I think I'm going to keep recording because I quite enjoy it, and I want to stay accountable in this journey. So thanks for joining me, and see you in the next one. Bye guys.